Yep, it's me again. They hate me, that's why they give a fuck about me at the same time. As always, JD Miles. The MGTOWs they love to hate. Even the ones that claim everybody loves to hate them, loves to hate MGTOW at the same time, and I'm back again. For tonight's topic of discussion. You could do it in the US, but you ain't gonna do it in Dubai. And before I begin, shout out to Jesus Ed, the host of the Coffee Pod. I'll leave a link, I'll share a link to his full video in the description box. But as y'all see the title, y'all know what this is going to be about. Now, I traveled at one point. And one thing, and the very number one thing people learn from traveling is that when you go to another country, the rules and laws to the country you're from does not apply over there. Especially if you're the Middle East, you have to conduct yourself in a certain manner. But enough of me babbling. Let's hear the news clip. Shall we?
She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent.
Okay, look at that photo right there. We've got the green hair. Look at her hand, the placement. We right here are dealing with a city girl.
She says resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
And why is this man acting all surprised? Why is he surprised for? Oh, I get it. We all get it. They thought that she could go to another country such as Dubai, which is in the Middle East, thinking that she could do wherever she like she was still back in the US. In other words, she thinks that the laws in the US makes her exempt from the laws of Dubai. Get the fuck out of here. This is why people who travel say keep your bullshit in the US and go to these countries like you got sense. Or you might find yourself in this situation. Now, I'm gonna say it like this. Me personally, do I believe that she should be in jail just for screaming? No, I don't. And this is my honest opinion. However, does that mean that just because she's from the US, she is exempt from the laws in Dubai or any country in the Middle East? No. How that saying goes, when in Rome, do as the Romans do? I guess nobody taught her that. Because you're in another country screaming at a local, in which, by the way, ma'am, you're a guest in that country. First off. Secondly, you think you could do whatever you want in that country. Well, they just proved you wrong on that. And all jokes aside, but let's continue on.
Man, America's a beautiful country. Listen, when it comes to women and rights, America is the country you want to be. And yet we have the most victim-minded women, and Dubai's like, I'll show you what inequality looks like. Let's keep watching.
Facts. These females do have a victim mindset. They could be in the wrong. They could be in the wrong, and yet somehow they're the ones. They're the ones who's the victim. Just wow. Let's continue.
Been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
If you're so emotional, why are you smiling? Gives me the creeps. Let's continue.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
All right, so there we go.
And let me guess, he wants to change those laws in Dubai. Guys, last year, remember what happened last year? Didn't the U.S. tried their hardest to change the laws in Afghanistan? They tried to westernize Afghanistan and try to bring their wokeism over there to that country. What happened? They got chased out. The local Afghanis found out what the U.S. was doing in Afghanistan, and in return, the Afghanis chased them out of their country. And the ones who adapted to it, they knew something was going to happen to them. That's why you saw them chasing after the U.S. after all those U.S. military plans in their attempts to try to flee the country themselves. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? You can't go to these countries trying to colonize these countries in these days and times. This ain't the 1700s or the 1800s. Nowadays, these countries ain't having that shit. Let's continue.
Parents, they're devastated about this news. And if you're wondering what exactly happened or the story that's being reported, I'm just going to quickly skim this caption that was underneath this video. It says, a fun trip to Dubai, girls trip, has turned into a nightmare for a 29-year-old Houston woman. Taria Young Allen has been detained in the luxurious city of Dubai for over 2 months after being charged with the crime of screaming in public. Oh, man. They don't like that coffee over there. They like their peace and quiet. They don't want loud mouth.
I mean, there's nothing else to say about it. All those Middle Eastern countries, they ain't gonna tolerate their own women acting up. You think they're gonna tolerate a foreign woman acting up in their country? Yeah, keep dreaming. Let's continue.
Modern women. The caption goes on to read, according to Tiara's mother, Tina Baxter, things went left for her daughter after she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident. Oh, wow. See, I didn't know there was an accident. Tina says that when her daughter went to the rental car company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the car, she was told that she could only receive her belongings if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. That's apparently when things began to escalate. Okay, so she got into a car accident, and it sounds like she got belligerent after the car accident. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, young man there who was screaming at her, Tina explained. Tiara ultimately screamed back. That's where she had him effed up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Straight fucked around and found out.
Resulting in her being charged. In our opinion, she did not commit a crime, says community activist.
Correction. Her mother says that she didn't commit a crime. Did her mother forget that this not happened in the U.S.? It happened in Dubai, which is located in Saudi Arabia, which is a Middle Eastern country. So Mom, no, I hate to break this to you, but the American flag doesn't fly over Dubai. The laws in the U.S. does not apply in the laws of Dubai. And God damn it, I just made a rhyme. I did it again. But I'm going to stop it right here. I hope everybody got the gist of it. If y'all want to watch the full video, then I'll leave the link to the coffee pod video in the description box. Everybody show love and support. I said what I had to say. I'm done, and I'm out this bitch. Later.